Hello again, this is Olufemi. Thank you for joining us again today. Happy Mothering Sunday to my fellow moms in Europe and Nigeria. Last week we talked about spanking, and I asked if you were team spanking or team not spanking. Today we'll talk about not a similar thing, but something almost when we use our mouth to spank our kids, And what I mean by that is, I had talked about this a while back about speaking negatively. That I had an issue with that with one of my daughters, and when the Holy Spirit spoke to me, I was like, wow, I did wrong, and I apologized. When my kids were younger, for the most part, God helped me to speak positively into their lives and to pray for them. At that time when they were younger, I wasn't this spiritual. I was already born again, but my level of relationship with God was not what it is now. Now I know better. At that time, I didn't know much. I did know also that there was power in my tongue. So I made that conscious decision to pray for my kids, to pray for my children. And I remember one prayer that I would pray often. I have 3 girls, was the fact that their beauty, they'll be sculptured as in palace style. And you know how God has a sense of humor. I remember one of my cousins visited way back, how many years ago? Maybe over 15 years ago. And he was like, wow, your children are so beautiful. They look like their beauty is carved, And right away, the Holy Spirit made me to understand that the prayer that I was praying about them being sculptured as in palace style was what he was referring to. So I did know at that point, I'm like, okay, God answered that prayer. So I just want to encourage us to speak into our children's lives. Pray for them. You may not see it, but God is working behind the scenes. Eventually, you'll see it. Like, I would pray for them to have the excellent spirit, the same excellent spirit that Daniel had, to have that type of excellent spirit. And I saw that manifest in their academic pursuits. So again, I want to encourage us. The other thing I want to talk about is the fact that when they were younger, I did not speak negatively over them. I had that, like I said, when you're frustrated, that's why I said when we spank with our mouth, when you're frustrated, there's a chance that you may just say it, not thinking about it. But I was intentional about speaking only good things to them. I never said stupid. I never said shut up. I would say be quiet. Like I said, I was intentional. I didn't let them use it toward one another, for one another either. Like my 2 younger ones, sometimes they're saying they're playing, oh, you look like an animal. I'm like, not in this house. We don't use those kind of words. So I made sure that the words that we spoke were wholesome words. The words that I spoke to them and the words that they spoke to one another were wholesome words. Why? Because again, we say there's power in our tongue. So when you say, oh, are you stupid? That's how we were raised. But at that time, my parents didn't know any better. But now we know better. Especially those of us that go to church, that we know that definitely there is power in our tongue. And when you speak those words, they manifest. So if we know that, please, let's take a step back and start speaking positively into our children's life. Let's start pouring positive things into their lives. You may say, oh, I said, are you stupid? I didn't say you're stupid. But honestly, are you stupid and you're stupid are the same thing. So instead of using those kind of phrases for them, let's look for choice words that will edify them, choice words that will lift them up. Today we talked about being intentional about the way we speak to our children and the things we say to them. I term it spanking with the mouth, so that we're not saying negative things into their lives. We're praying for them. We intentionally pray for them. Thank you for coming along today. Please don't forget to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and to comment. I want to know your thoughts. Are you being intentional in what you say to your children and pouring positively into their lives? See you.